Hi everyone, it's Dana with Lunasoul, and I'm excited to offer this guided visualization for connecting with your guides. We all have guidance around us in the form of spirit beings that can resource us when we need help, when we need information, extra support, or just some connection. We don't often take advantage of this guidance that's around us because it's invisible in nature. But it's really powerful and valuable to get to know who your guides are so that you can call on them for help, which they love to be called on for help when you need them. So we're going to start by just getting you into a really relaxed and meditative type of place. So take a comfortable seat or lie down wherever you'd like, and I want you to come into contact with your tailbone. Just bring your awareness to your tailbone and feel that it's rooted wherever you are, comfortably rooted, kind of sinking into the earth or the chair where you're sitting so that you're feeling fully supported and nourished by the earth beneath you. Take some big deep belly breaths and find that connection. Next, I'm going to have you find a pulsation in your body. So this is something that feels like it's pulsing in your body, either your actual pulse or your heartbeat, or there might be another part of your body right now where you feel pulsation, aliveness. So I'm going to have you deepen your breaths and see if you can slow that pulsation down. With your breath, slowing the rate of that pulsation. Now, I'm going to take you through a quick body scan, and all you have to do is bring quick and light awareness to the body part that I mention. Nothing forced, nothing strained, just relax there. And when I say the body part, just bring your awareness there. For some people, it's helpful to imagine that there's someone touching that body part with a little wand. So you might want to do that. So we'll begin. Top of the head, back of the head, base of the neck, right shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left fingers, right elbow, right shoulder, collarbone, heart, front of the rib cage, navel, pubic bone, right hip, right front of the thigh, knee, right shin, right foot, right toes, bottom of the right foot, ankle, back of the right calf, back of the right thigh, tailbone, back of the left thigh, the calf, the ankle, bottom of the foot, top of the foot, shin bone, left knee, left thigh, left front of the hip, back of the hip, tailbone, lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, throat, heart, Take a few deep breaths at your heart center. Now, I'm going to have you imagine that you're sitting alone in a lush garden at night. You're on a little comfortable bench, and all you hear around you are the sounds of buzzing insects, birds, crickets. The light is very bright from stars above you, and you feel safe and content here. Imagine that you are wearing a dark violet cloak. You're going to be wearing this for the duration of the journey today, and it will help to protect your energy field as we travel. You notice that to the right of the garden, there's a small house, and there are lights inside the house. You see some shadows, and this sparks your curiosity. So you decide to get up and move towards the house slowly, counting your steps as you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you approach the front steps, you realize that the door is wooden and it has a golden knocker as well as a golden doorknob. You knock on the knocker 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you hear a few footsteps approaching quickly. The golden knob then turns and the door opens. And inside the door is a figure that's wearing a cloak, so you cannot see their face yet. This figure invites you inside and leads you to a kitchen where you take a seat at a small table. The figure pours you some tea and sits down next to you. They remove the cloak from their head, and you can see all of them, all of their features. This is your primary guide. This guide is with you at all times and is the one that is most easily available to come to your aid when you need it. You can ask your primary guide what their name is, and you can ask them anything else that occurs to you right now. They will gladly answer. Take in all the details about this guide. Try to remember features about their face, what they feel like in your presence. Those details will make it easier to remember them and call upon them. Now, your primary guide is going to lead you to meet a secondary guide in a different part of the house. You both stand up and you head towards the corner of the kitchen where you notice there's a stairwell leading downstairs. You both start to make your way down the stairwell, counting the steps as you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're at the base of the stairs and there's a door in front of you, which the primary guide opens for you. You enter a large room that's like a living room. with very intricate wooden furniture. In the middle of the room, there's a red velvet couch. It looks very comfortable, so you take a seat there. And then you notice that there's a little bit of movement out of the corner of your eye. You look behind you and you realize that someone has entered the room through another door that you didn't see at first. You know that this must be your secondary guide. So you invite them to take a seat next to you on the red couch. They gladly do so, and you notice they are also wearing a cloak. You invite them to remove the cloak so that you can see them, and they do. Ask this guide their name. This is your wisdom source guide, who you can call upon in those moments when you need a message of support or information. Ask this guide specific questions and then just wait for their answer. You notice that the guide is carrying a scroll. And on this scroll, there is information for you to resource yourself in regards to your question and to take with you. The guide hands you the scroll, and you open it, and you read the message that's inside. This scroll is for you to keep. So make note, mental note of the message, and you can tuck the scroll away in your cloak so that you can refer to it later. Now, just thank this guide for their guidance and their presence and for introducing themselves to you. And get up off the couch and meet your primary guide at the door. Your primary guide is going to take you out into a hallway, which is dark at first, but then it turns bright. And then you notice that the hallway has turned into a tunnel, and it feels like you're descending into that tunnel. It is large and it is brightly lit, so you can easily see your way. You descend the tunnel, counting the last 10 steps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You come upon a large stone door at the end of the tunnel, and your primary guide glides it open for you, and you slip through to the other side. You've entered a cave, which is filled with beautiful, colorful formations. You take it all in, the incredible formations from the ceiling, from the floor, and you notice that there are echoes of water dripping in the distance. You also notice that there's a pool of water right in the center of the cave. Your primary guide takes your hand and leads you towards this pool, where there's a little bench that you can sit on. You look into the pool and you realize that in addition to your primary guide, there's someone standing behind you, which surprises you because you hadn't heard anybody else in the cave. You turn around and there's no one there. You look back in the pool and you see a cloaked figure. This is your interdimensional guide, who is invisible to the eye, but that you can see in reflections. So this guide is pretty special. It can travel through space, time, and dimensions to help you with a variety of different issues. For example, if you need help from your ancestors, or you need to do some healing in a past life, or you need to communicate with somebody that is no longer in your presence, whether because they have passed on or because they have moved away geographically. These are the types of things that the interdimensional guide can help you with. Ask this guide for their name, which you probably won't hear, but you'll see perhaps a symbol or an image that's like a clue to their name. And you can actually choose a name for this guide based on the symbol or image that you see. If there's something that you'd like to ask of this guide right now that needs to take place across space, time, or dimensions, feel free to ask it now. They will gladly help. Now you can thank this guide and you can get up from the bench, take your primary guide's hand, and say goodbye to your interdimensional guide for now, thanking them for their presence and their wisdom. Now, you're going to make your way back to the door that you came in, and you'll notice outside of that door there is an additional tunnel that leads in a different direction. You're going to find your way through this tunnel with your primary guide close by, and notice that it leads upward. Travel through this tunnel until you see a light of an opening ahead of you. And as you approach that opening, count your steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll notice that as you approach the opening, the light is actually coming from starlight. And as you pull yourself up through the opening with the help of your guide, you'll notice that you're back in the lush garden where you started from. Your primary guide takes you over to where you were sitting before, and you can thank them now for taking you through this journey, for introducing themselves and taking you to meet these other two important guides. Your primary guide assures you that you can always access these guides. They're always here for you. You just need to call on them for help. And you can always return to this house in your mind when you need safety, comfort, and guidance. Your primary guide slowly walks back to their house, and you notice that the light is changing in the sky. It has become dawn, and sunlight is starting to make its way over the horizon. It's time to get up now and come into your present day. I'm going to count you back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're back. Stand up. Take a few moments to feel the ground underneath you. Shake your body a little bit. Take some breaths. And feel the support that this journey has brought you. Thanks for spending this time today. Please feel free to let me know if you need any further support. And I look forward to being in touch again.